You're going to want to watch this video because so much is changing when it comes to editing video with AI. Today, we're going to be talking about AI editing, specifically Eddy AI. This is an AI editing assistant tool or resource that you can go download right now and test for yourself. I do want to say that I'm going to try and edit this video with Eddy AI, so we'll see what it cranks out. Maybe that'll be the version I upload. Check the description. With editing, specifically AI editing, there's this promise that if you can just put your footage in, the AI is going to analyze it all and it's going to spit back a finished or organized, some kind of deliverable, something that you can actually work with. That's what Eddy AI promises to do. It is built for editing, meaning you can use it with Premiere or DaVinci Resolve or Final Cut. And I actually like that. I think that's the smartest way to do it. I hate the time sink of editing. Editing takes so long, but I hate even more the AI tools that promise to save you a bunch of time and they're really just empty. You'll see ads all over Instagram and TikTok or wherever you're at. You'll see influencers peddling the latest and greatest new AI tool that's going to save you all this time. It's going to do all your editing for you. And 99% of the time, they're a complete waste. They don't actually do what you need. And yes, they can do some things, but they can't do all of them. I have actually been using Eddy for quite a while, but always in like a beta testing mode. I think there's a lot of potential here, but I have yet to actually use it on a proper project because it's just not sophisticated enough yet. And that's why I wanted to put together this video, because they did release some new features for Eddy AI. They just won Best of NAB from RedShark, and I wanted to test the latest and greatest. I think they call it V3 to see if it's actually up to the challenge of editing the types of projects that I'm working on all the time. You're probably working on them too. You've got interviews, you've got B-roll, you've got music, you've got all these elements that you need to piece together like a puzzle to make your edits, and it's very, very time consuming. So if there's a tool out there that can do that, I want to be using it. And spoilers, I don't think Eddy is there yet. We're going to go through all the reasons why, but it is something you should pay attention to. Use it, test it, try it out, because the moment we cross that threshold where it actually can do what we need it to do, it's going to be a game changer for editing. It's not there yet, and we're going to talk about why. Because editing is such a huge bottleneck. It is probably the slowest part of the production process. Yes, you can have shoots that run for days or weeks or even months, but editing is almost always a 10 times increase on the amount of time it takes to get through all of that. If you shoot for a day, chances are it's going to take about a week to edit. Speed is the #1 factor when it comes to efficiency. So the more I can speed up post-production, the more efficient everything can run, because now that unlocks other days where I can be shooting more, and meaning I can edit more and get all of that done much, much faster. But here's the reality. Pricing. Okay, Eddy AI is not cheap. Yes, there's a free model you can test. I encourage you, please do it for $0 a month. Test it out. It's kind of limited in what you can do, but if you want to actually start using this for projects, it's going to cost you $200 a month. There is a discount if you go to the yearly model, but for all intents and purposes, I think most people want to subscribe month to month just to see how it goes. So that's going to cost you $200 a month for the Pro, which is their most basic version above the free model. But if you want to get to Pro Plus, that's $400 a month. If you want to get to Ultra, that's $1,500 a month. Now, granted, that gives you more access, more resources, more tools, but this is not a cheap piece of software, and these prices have only gone up over time. So it's getting more and more expensive the better it gets. So just keep that in mind. At some point, it's going to be on par with what it costs to pay a human, and you're always up against that. The other reality is that Eddy AI often works when you don't need it to. And what I mean by that is it works best for short, simple projects. And those are the times that I don't need AI because it's that easy. But the hard challenge is that Eddy AI doesn't work when I actually need it to, which is on those bigger projects with hours and hours of footage, terabytes of data that a person needs to spend their time going through. You would think that that's what you want AI to do. So it's almost this paradox that yes, it can, and some of the AI tools out there can do simple edits pretty easily, but that's not when I would even want to use those tools because I can do it just as effortlessly. I need the AI tools to work on the big projects. One of the things that Eddy AI is actually pretty good at is logging and organizing your B-roll. I know a lot of you aren't even doing that anyway, so to pay for a tool to log and organize B-roll could be helpful, but if it's not something you need to do, if it's not a problem you currently have, then it's almost a solution without a problem. I want AI to do a whole lot more than just log my footage. But what I find is that I'm constantly babysitting it. So if you go into Eddy AI and you try and piece together a rough cut, what's going to happen is the AI is going to ask you a bunch of questions. How does this sound? What do you think of this? Do you want to do this? And you're now having a conversation with a chatbot to build your edit. And that's not how I want to use AI. I don't want to have to sit there and babysit it in real time, constantly giving it feedback. That is the worst implementation, I think, of AI, because if it requires my or your constant attention, it doesn't actually save you time. Instead of spending your time editing, now you're spending your time talking with a chatbot. And that's where we get into the new mode from Eddy, which is called Night Shift. And the whole goal purpose of this mode is that you just give it your project, and by the next day, within 24 hours or so, you get back a edited video. Well, in reality, it doesn't work quite as well as you would think, or it doesn't live up to that promise because it's far too limited. When I tried it, I could only give it video clips. I couldn't give it audio, which was really unfortunate because I had recorded my primary audio separate than the camera audio. So that was kind of annoying. And then that final output was very messy and still very broken in the same way that I've gotten rough cuts from Eddy in the past. So it's quite impressive that it's technically doing the thing you need it to do, giving you an edit via an XML that you can import into your editing software. That all works at a technical level, but the artistry, the creativity, the intention, the purpose of those edits is completely lost. It's very, very frustrating to open up one of these edits and just look at the hodgepodge of random chaos that the AI has spit back to you as if this is somehow good or noteworthy, when most of the time you're just going to go back to the drawing board and start over because what it's given you is not that helpful. Aside from the logging the B-roll, it can categorize B-roll. So if you need that, it can do it. But everything else, as far as piecing together edits, it just isn't there yet. Because there's a lot that goes into editing. My projects and yours too are probably too big, and it makes the whole process kind of slow where you're waiting a long time. And it might even surpass the limitations, even if you have some of those Pro or Pro Plus features on your account. I find that often what I'm working on is just too complicated. It's too big for Eddy to handle with any, meaningful quality. And I also find that my files aren't always consistent, meaning sometimes I have my audio separate, sometimes it's on the camera. I'm not particularly organizing everything exactly how Eddy wants it, where a lot of times if you're doing interviews, it wants those interviews, those multicams separated and broken down by interview subject. And oftentimes I have a folder full of clips that I haven't spent the time organizing. I think it would be nice to see in the future a system where it could discern all that itself, and it wouldn't require my input to organize it perfectly for the AI system to then still get it kind of wrong and still kind of mess up. Because there's a lot of nuance per project. Each project, even if you set it up with all your intent to make it as easy to edit for AI, it's still going to have those variables. For example, this would be situations where sometimes you have multicams, but sometimes your main camera is changing or it's different per interview subject. You really have to spend the time to organize all that beforehand for Eddy to even know what to do with it. Another example might be the difference between B-roll and sound bites. Sometimes I'm shooting B-roll just as the visual, but other times I have sound bites buried in the B-roll that I would want to pull out and use, and Eddy just isn't sophisticated enough to know the difference. I also have situations where the audio location is different. I'm recording my audio separate from the camera, but currently in modes like Night Shift, it didn't matter. It only wanted the camera feed. And I assume that over time, these things will get better and better and continue to improve. But right now, it doesn't account for the inherent differences that come up from shoot to shoot to shoot. Because it's kind of like a puzzle. Imagine you're working on building a puzzle and you have all the random pieces. If someone else came along and started building that puzzle for you, and maybe they got halfway through assembling that final picture, but they kind of forced some puzzle pieces into the wrong spot, they made mistakes, they didn't do it quite right, it doesn't matter that they got the puzzle done 50% of the way, because chances are you're going to have to just start over. It's not that helpful to have a 50% complete puzzle with the wrong pieces. Yes, it's building this puzzle for me. It's starting to reveal that picture, but how it's done it is so wrong and poor that I'm scrapping all of its work and starting over myself. Because I do have an ideal. I think AI editing can get there, and I think Eddie is on the right track. It's working with Premiere or with Resolve or Final Cut. It's using your files locally and relinking to the full res media. That stuff is great. But in a perfect world, I should be able to drag and drop a project folder of all of my files. Photo, video, audio. I want to just drag and drop all of it. And the AI should be smart enough to organize and build those edits for me, knowing what all that stuff is in real time. Because if I'm doing all the work, organizing, setting it up, and optimizing it for an AI system, now I'm doing more work that I wouldn't be doing anyway, and I'm still not getting a good final result from the AI system. So it's really quite frustrating to do more work, to put in more energy and time, and get something worse back. We all want to save time, and if we're paying these premiums for this type of software, it does need to deliver and make our lives easier and faster and simpler. And right now, it's just not there. I do think we can get there in the future, and Eddie could be it. It could be your AI assistant to do all of your editing. It has the potential. The technical capabilities are there. They're on the right track, but the actual execution, the implementation still pales in comparison. Eventually, we will live in a world where AI is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. But for me right now, the things that it can do, that it does well, is not stuff that I really need done. I need it to actually comb through, discern story, discern structure, start piecing that stuff together, giving me that kind of assembly cut, getting good quality B-roll, not just random clips and throwing them on a timeline, but actually putting together something with intent and purpose. The rate at which Eddie has changed over the years does show a lot of potential. It's grown tremendously from its first basic implementation to what it is now. I think it is the most promising AI editing tool that I've personally tested, but let me know, do you have a different tool that you prefer? I'm always looking at ways to optimize and streamline and just make all of production more efficient. And the biggest bottleneck is editing. So if I can find the right tools to piece it together and still retain all the creative control that I have in Premiere over my edits, I don't want to have to offload to CapCut or do one of these cloud services where you're uploading terabytes to the cloud. No, thank you. I have everything local. I just need to have an AI come alongside and actually do what it promises to do, which is deliver those speed and time savings. Before I wrap this up, I do want to say that I'm going to try and edit this video with Eddie AI to see what it does. This is a pretty basic, straightforward video. So we'll see what it cranks out. Maybe that'll be the version I upload. Check the description for what exactly I did to this video, because I'll have all the details there once I'm actually done with it and I'll know. So I'll put it in the description. I'll also link to one of the bigger projects that I ran through Eddie AI in that night shift mode, basically just giving it all of my source footage and just seeing what it would spit back to me. There is a link in the description for that video, so you can check it out. It's garbage, it's unlisted, it's not something I would ever want to show, but I'm sure if you're interested in the quality output, it's there and you can kind of see what it does with what I would consider a pretty normal project, a one-day shoot, kind of documentary style. You can go check that out. It'll also be down in the description.